much do we love Dr. Osgothorpe? For real. He is one of my absolute favorite people, and I got to tell you, it's just one more reason why I say I've got the best job in all the world. Because he is amazing. I get to sit and learn, and his vision is really, I think, going to help drive us forward. Are you guys excited? You just saw things that have never been done before. This is scientific history in the making. And here we are. I am so excited, and I'm so glad to be with you today. So Dr. Hill this morning, Dr. Osgothorpe this morning, and Dr. Osgothorpe just now have teed up for us some very exciting things that we get to share. It's the vision for where doTERRA is going with our scientific research, with the validation that we can now give to you and that you can give to those skeptics in your life, right? I loved Dr. Osgothorpe's talk this morning, the skeptics. I have them too, believe it or not. People still come talk to me and say, prove it. So I'm glad we can. Okay, so the three things we just have been talking about kind of all day, keep them in your mind, okay? doTERRA oil is purest. I love that pharmaceutical grade. Right? This is what we've known, the ethos and the pathos for a long time. Now we've got the logic, the logos behind it. Consistency. Consistency is key. We are not out to strip away the complexity of essential oils, right? This is an important thing to keep in mind. A lot of scientists like to take things apart and study just one piece and see how it works. We did that too, to be honest. We're scientists with the single linalool in our clinical trial. But then we wanted to see the whole. We wanted to see how it worked together. And no surprise, that complex mixture of essential oil chemicals worked better together than a single piece ripped out. We want to maintain that. But we also have the consistency to be able to use this in medical and medicinal models. So consistency. And then dosing being determined for the first time through these pharmacokinetic trials. Pharmacokinetics. We introduced this a few years ago for the first time. Is anyone like, yeah, pharmacokinetics, I totally get it. Yeah! Awesome. And everyone else is like, oh, I don't know about that. I'll tell you what. Let's go over really quick just to review, and especially if you're new and you've never heard this gigantic word before, which, by the way, it's kind of like supercalifragilistic. If you say it, you sound really, really smart. So you should say it together. Ready? Pharmacokinetics. Yes. And together with immunomodulation, that some of you learned yesterday, people will be like, you go back to school or what's going on here? I'm telling you, try it. It's really fun. Okay, pharmacokinetics, though, just for a really brief review, because it's kind of important to this whole 5-step process, the design that Dr. Osgothorpe's talking about. I want you to think about pharmacokinetics using a very simple mnemonic called ADME, A-D-M-E, ADME. And that stands for absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. Okay, those are really just kind of the basic steps of pharmacokinetics that we're studying. And, you know, it's pretty much what's happening to you, inside you, with you, every day of your lives. With food, with oils, it's happening right now. You've probably absorbed your lunch, right? Some of you, you take it into your body. And your stomach, you absorb your nutrients. Where is it distributed in your body? Well, it goes in your bloodstream, it goes to your organs. How is it metabolized in your body? Well, you got your liver working and you got your pancreas making some chemicals for you. Things are happening, and you've got your excretion that's happening. You got to get rid of that all somehow, and then the whole process starts over. Well, do you know that no one has ever really looked at this for essential oils? This is brand new. We didn't know what happened to those essential oil molecules inside your body. And now we do. Now we do. At least the first step, right? We got a lot of oils. We got a lot of amazing doTERRA oils to study. So the case study we've been talking about, lavender, one of our most important ones, arguably, that's a good place to start. But then the question becomes, now what? Okay, so Dr. Osgothorpe talked about the first 3 of our 5 studies. That's our consistency with the chemometrics, and the dosing, and the purity. Okay, we got those 3 pieces laid. Now, I'm going to talk to you for just a few minutes about steps 4 and 5. And this, to me, this is where it gets really real, really new. And I tell you what, I've been doing essential oil research for about 22 years now. I started back before essential oils were even really a thing. They were kind of in this little dusty box on the back of my advisor's desk when I was doing my master's degree. And he said, nobody really knows what these are. So they've just been sitting here for a couple of years. Do you want them? I said, sure. This was even before we had doTERRA oils, right? So I was messing around with these oils in the lab, and I thought, this is different, but there's something here. Nobody knew what they were yet. I didn't even know what they were yet. 22 years later, and after having worked with doTERRA oils since they were born, I can tell you we have laid the foundation for something amazing. And as Dr. Hill said, we can now do what no one else can do because we've been where no one else has been. We've laid the foundation that is ready for the big stuff. So are you ready for the big stuff? Study 4 in our 5-step process. What if we were now to envision ways to deliver our essential oils in ways that have not been done before? Right? That's exciting. We love to take our oil and veggie caps and put it under our tongues and put it on our skin. These are all awesome ways to get oils into and onto our bodies. We see their benefits. We use them. We enjoy them. What if we could now harness that even a little bit further? What if we could have our cells get more benefit out of the essential oils? What if they could be more powerful? Is that even possible? Well, we think it is. Study 4 is about just that. We are researching a novel delivery system that is intended to take essential oils even deeper and further into the body, let them be more absorbable, more usable. Now, here's the sad part. I can't tell you what it is yet. I know, sorry. Don't boo me off the stage. But the good news is we are doing this study right now. It is at our lab. It is being done. We are so excited about it. The data that are coming out are going to, I think, change the whole face of the way we think about essential oils and what they're doing. So, thank you. One person's like, yeah, nerding out here. What this is going to look like, this study 4, is going to be a pharmacokinetic trial, very much like the one that we have just completed on the regular veggie cap of lavender and linalool and all these things, except it's going to be with our new delivery product. It's going to involve blood samples so we can check the distribution and we can check the absorption, and then we're going to look at these two things side by side. What we hope to find is that this new system is really the supercharged version of the essential oil inside of your body. Are you guys ready for that? That's going to be amazing, right? Now, this is not just for kicks, for fun. This will be driving both our research efforts, our product development efforts, certainly our publication and validation efforts. And that is going to lead us into the big one. And Dr. Osgothorpe mentioned this in very briefly this morning. We are looking to do a large-scale, long-term, phase 3, huge clinical trial with this new delivery system. And I'm telling you what, this is one of these kind of career-making things. I'm standing up here kind of shaking because I'm so excited and nerding out. This is a study that we want to do with a renowned university where they have Nobel laureates and MacArthur Fellowship winners. They get billions of dollars in grant money. And guess what? They came to us. They did. They saw these publications. They see what we're doing. And we had one of the professors at this university say, have you guys ever thought of doing a trial like this and this and this? We've got this great research engine. Can we do it with you? Yeah? Uh-huh. That's what we're looking at with this efficacy trial. That's what we are planning and hoping for all the efficacy trials that we have lined up. And we have universities and professors and doctors and hospitals who are lining up with us to do these trials. Now, why is that? They wouldn't do it if we hadn't done all of this work, both in the sourcing of these pure essential oils and the foundational scientific research that we're doing with these essential oils. We've done the work. You have done the work. Right? We are now ready to become this scientific powerhouse that is attracting the attention of hospitals and doctors and leading researchers and minds around the world. So I just had to say, this is really where I think it's going to get even more exciting. If you're a science nerd like me and you've been geeking out to this point, oh, just wait, because we got good stuff coming. So where does that leave us? Not only are we kind of on this precipice of studies that have never been done and things that have never been discovered or even conceived to this point, it opens up the door for amazing other ventures too. How many people know what epigenetics are? This is one of the things near and dear to my heart. Do you realize that once we now understand what essential oils are and what they do and how they behave in the human body, it starts to open up things like, okay, now let's get clear down to a cellular level and let's see what's happening in DNA and in protein, real time. I've said this before, but good research honestly opens up more questions than it answers. We wouldn't have it any other way, because we're looking at what we've got in doTERRA essential oils, their purity and their consistency and the data that's starting to come out, and we're saying this is life-changing. This is life-changing. So let me bring this home for you. Oops, let's go back one. A couple things. Okay, so I know science isn't everyone's cup of tea, but I'm so glad you're here. Look at you guys. I appreciate you. And for those of you who are just loving every second of the science, awesome. Keep talking to people because we have a lot of science to share. But if it's not your thing, take away a few things from all of this awesome science. Number one, doTERRA oils really are the difference. You cannot do this with drugstore 99-cent essential oils. It will not work. Okay? Our oils, the consistency, the purity, the pharmaceutical grade, this is the only way that we can play with the big dogs in the medical space. Number two, there we go. Validation right now for you. You saw that publication that Dr. Osgothorpe showed? That is one of many. I don't know if you know, but on the search annals of the scientific journals right now, there are dozens of papers of this foundational research that's been published with doTERRA essential oils. We have papers on protein pathways. We have papers on DNA interactions. We have all kinds of data for you to be able to use, and I hope you do. And if you're not quite sure how to access that, come find us over in the leadership experience or the other experiences, because we can talk to you about that. These papers are amazing to have in your hand and show people that there is research on essential oils. Not just for now, though. We have this vision for the future, and we want you to be able to feel confident that moving forward, we have a very clear path. It is a very rigorous, scientific path of exploration of these essential oils that will give you the confidence, the power, the validation that you need to be able to share and talk to anyone. Be like, hey, I would stake my doTERRA oils against anything out there because we know it's just better. We know that it works. Okay, so I just want to close by saying we can't do this without you either. Your experience, and your passion are really what drive us. They're really what help us know the ways to start looking at the essential oils, for one thing. Like, we hear how people are using oils, we start to want to look into that and validate that also. We are so excited to be able to do this with you, to be your partners, to be your go hand in hand with you on this journey. I hope you're as excited as we are, because this is all new and exciting. And we have so much more to come. So, like Dr. Osgothorpe said, like Dr. Hill said, I invite you to come with us, to bring your passion and to bring your knowledge and your joy, and come with us on this journey, because we have so much more to come. Thank you so much. Have a great convention.